Dumb mistakes young men make whenever they like a girl too much. Stay tuned.
It used to be a time that fairy tales were true. The king and the queen and all the pills were blue. But then the pill changed, the red pill's the truth. Forget the married life, I got better things to do. Stack money.
Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, I want you to watch the entire video. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe at the end of the video. But first, watch the entire video. Next, I would not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if you haven't subscribed to my second channel, who is Anthony Spade, the link is in the description. All right, today we're going to be talking about dumb mistakes that men make whenever they like a woman too much. Now, today's video is going to be mainly geared towards the 16 through 25 age group. It's because majority of you guys are going to make the most mistakes and you're going to make the worst mistakes. The mistakes that you make are going to follow you for the rest of your life. Typically, as a man gets closer to 30, when it comes to women, he makes the least amount of mistakes. And the reason why is because he dates less. Why does he date less? Because he gets smarter. He starts to learn more by himself. He knows what's going to work for him and he knows what's not going to work for him. All right. So today we're going to be going over the dumb mistakes that a lot of you young guys are doing right now that's going to affect you, that you have to learn to fix. Let's get started. First, you give a woman too much love. You got a lot of love to give. And the reason why you do that is because you really like them a lot. You don't want them to hurt. You don't want them to be sad. You don't want them to be angry. You don't want them not want to be around you. So you give them enough love to where when they are around you, they're comfortable. At least that's what your mindset is thinking. But what you're not understanding is that when women are in a younger age group, they're just like men. They're very hyperactive. So giving them love is something that they don't recognize because they're seeking dominancy, right? They're seeking leadership, especially at a younger age. That's what all these women are doing. They're seeking leadership. And the man that they're seeking leadership from is typically the guy that's not going to like them. To them, that's dominancy. And the reason why that's dominancy is because it opposes as a challenge. It's just like a lot of you guys out there, you chase women that don't want you. Women are going to always chase the man that don't want them. So a mistake that a lot of you guys are making is you're giving them too much love, but you're not going to realize you're giving them too much love until you get around the ages of 25 and 30. Next, thinking she doesn't have any red flags. Let me let you know the biggest blind spot about this with you young cats. You ignore her red flags because you and her become friends first. In a lot of cases, a lot of these girls are friends with the guys that they're going to date. So you get used to her being your home girl, acting like a dude, not acting like a dude. You know what I'm saying? So you ignore a lot of her red flags is because you're used to that. You're used to her being a woman that you don't approve of. But you have a mindset into thinking if we fall in love and we're in a relationship, she's going to start acting different because now she has a reason to try to be a female. That's what you're hoping for, but it's not like that. Women have to be taught to be in relationships. Women have to be taught to be married. They have to be taught to stand next to a man and her and a man build something. If she cannot do that, she'll never catch on to the nice guy that you're being. So when you start ignoring red flags, it's because you're comfortable with the personality that she has in front of you. Next, you compromise your deal breakers for sex. What do I mean? You know the girl ain't good for you. She may be a baby mom, or she may be in love or still like a guy that can beat you up. Everything that she has going for her is bad. The only time that you really like the relationship is feeling like it's worth it is when you and her have sex. So what you're doing is you're compromising all the red flags for sex. So you're saying she's a bad girl day to day. She's very argumentative. She's very hard to pin down. She's very hard to tame. But in the bedroom, man, she's thrilled. She's everything. And you don't want to lose that bedroom feel. So when it comes to your deal breakers, you know you should have left her alone a long time ago. You know you shouldn't be dating her. You should be off to the next woman. But you stay because the sex is good. Next, She gives you drama in life. What do I mean by she gives you life and drama? That means that you're so boring, you have nothing going on in your life, that it's exciting for you to chase her around and her dysfunctionality, trying to correct all her dysfunctionality. That's what a lot of you guys are doing. You feel like you're mature, you're alpha enough to try to correct everything that's going wrong in her life. If you just sit down and talk to her, it doesn't work like that. What happens is you find yourself chasing her around trying to correct her because you don't have a life. You have nothing else to distract you. So being in a relationship with her actually becomes a life. If not, you'll just be working your 9 to 5, going to the gym, or going home to play video games. A lack of goals, a lack of being on your purpose makes you a lame. A lame dude is gonna follow a woman around because a woman can always have drama going on to keep his attention. Next, you pretend to be somebody else in order to keep her. There's a lot of things that you want to do, but you have to ignore how you feel. You have to ignore what you want to be. You have to ignore what you really want to say in order to keep her from getting angry, in order to stop her from walking away from you. What you do is you just keep adjusting your moods and your mindsets to her. You'll learn to grow out of that as you get older. The more you start to learn about women, I'm not going to say the less respect you're going to have for her. It's just that you're going to be less responsive to the things that she do and say, because you learn to know that she's only doing it because she's emotional. If she didn't do it in front of you, she'll be doing it to somebody else. Next, you close all your options. What do I mean by you close all your options? You start to give all the attention to her and you ignore all the other possibilities out there that you could be with. See, what you want to do is you have to date the same way a woman dates. A woman dates by dating multiple men at one time. So when she starts dating multiple men, then she's able to see who's who and what's what, who's going to be the best for her. She'll even go on dates with all of them. But the main goal for her is to find a chemistry of a man that she could get the most out of with doing less. I'm going to say it again. A woman's goal is to get the most out of a man by doing less, which is why she loves to fall for a beta male who has money that she doesn't have to sleep with all the time. All right? A lot of you beta males out there that got money and you got a good looking woman, their woman doesn't give it up like that because she's making him pay the price to be with her. She's going to take the money and enjoy life, living a princess life that he's going to afford to build for her. So what you have to understand is you have to open up all your options and allow women to compete for you. The only way women are going to compete for you, you have to be a magnet. You have to be something that they want. If not, you're going to be happy for any woman to show you attention. And as soon as she gives you attention, you're going to give your all to her because you can't give nothing else to another woman. Last but not least, and this is one of the things that hurt you guys the most, you compare yourself to the last guys that she's been with. All right? That's what you do. You're either going to look at it like, oh man, those guys are bad. I'm going to treat her way better than her. I'm going to treat her way better than them. I'm going to be the best man she ever seen before. All she doing is telling me about bad relationships. Dumb. She's telling you about bad relationships to get you to turn into a beta male simp trying to psychologically save her. What you're not understanding is when it comes to a woman, they can handle emotion way better than a man. They're the masters of emotions. The only tears that are real when it comes to a woman is the tears that she has when she's by herself. So stop comparing yourself to the previous guys, because you're going to notice something with women. All the previous guys were so bad that she just kept dating the wrong guy. And then all of a sudden she gets to you and she wants to be a good girl. And these are the mistakes that a lot of you guys are going to make before the age of 25 that's going to follow you and scar you for the rest of your life. Don't worry. When you go red pill, you'll actually appreciate the previous girls before you that didn't have it right, that played all the games. You're going to appreciate that because you're going to be able to go the rest of your life happier. But most women, they wake up out of their delusion when it's too late. This is Anthony Spade. Hopefully you guys are able to get the message behind the video. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. Hasta la vista.